Folks, hello juicers. This is Ed with Spirit Juice No Additives. I'm back for another episode. I'm going to dive right into our 199 promises of God. So that because I got a lot to get into, folks. So let's just get it. I chose 73, number 73. But I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you, that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. See, God is watching everything. He is the ultimate judge of everything. And he maketh his sunshine to shine upon those that do right and bring rain to both those that do right and do wrong. But we have an advocate, people. We have an advocate in Jesus Christ. He protects us. His vengeance, like I told you, his wrath is more potent than his goodness and mercy. So we have nothing to worry about with our haters. The haters will hate, the do-gooders will do good. Okay, so we can't stop it. We have no control of it, but he does. Okay, first of all, I want to start off talking about this Tasha K and Carlie B current court situation. Now, first of all, I think it's important to mention up front is that 90% of defamation cases are lost. Only 10% end up to the end result. Because there's four prongs of a defamation case. Number one, false statement purporting to be fact, or that you put forth an allegation as facts. And then there was publication and communication about this to the public. And then, and it was negligence. You didn't care. You didn't care how it was going to affect the person that you were doing it to. You just went around about it viciously. Mean-spirited. And then the fourth prong is damages of some harm caused to the reputation of the person or the entity who is the subject of the defamation. So that means that somehow your negligence and reporting things that may not be true as factual had some damages occurred by the plaintiff, the person or the subject of this cruelty, this defamation. Okay. First of all, while I think she's going to have to pay the whole bond, she's going to lose this, and she's going to continue to lose all her appeals because there's no grounds for it. Now, a judge in a higher court, the appellate courts, could say, hey, this is a lot of money, for a superstar. And they might look at the damages and say, those are not significant enough for her to pay $4 million. No, they might lower the cost significantly owed to Carlie B. That is a possibility in the appeal court. But appeals take years. If Tasha K got the money, she can appeal this for years, delaying Carlie B getting her money. But let's move on. Tasha K is asserting, her lawyer is asserting, judge discretion on the amount of the bond, and he also have discretion as to whether there's a bond at all. However, the stipulation to that is if the plaintiff, the winner of this judgment, wants a bond and files and move for a bond, there shall be a bond. And the ultimate word is shall be required. The judge has no discretion. The plaintiff ordered or moved for bond, it has to be a bond. The amount of the bond is discretionary. But the fact that it will be a bond is not. And they have plenty of case law to support this issue. The only exception as far as a judge having discretion the only precedent or other cases like this where a judge ordered that there be no bond is that of a government agency. If you're suing a school district, anything that's county, local, state, federal, agencies are exempt from putting up a bond for some odd reason. You would think they would have the money, but I don't know. But anyway, so yeah, appeals take years. This can take a long time. Now, the difference here is there's going to be a bond. What's interesting to come out of this is how significant the bond is going to be. I think it's going to be very significant, people, because Tasha K has taken steps to avoid paying this judgment. And Carlie B's lawyers communicated as much in their movement in their response to Tasha K's ruling or moving, her movement to order a stay by the judge. Carlie B's lawyers responded to that and said that, hey, look, I'm going to order that there be a bond. So there is going to be a bond. Okay? And Carlie B Tasha K is going to have to put up a bond. Yeah. Going to have to provide a bond. Another thing that was interesting, and I got a lot of this information from the lead attorney. What was interesting is that the judge, in this case, of Carlie B and Tasha K, don't like Tasha K. Do not like Tasha K, nor her lawyer. Now, the judge went so far as to tell Olga, Tasha K's lawyer, and look her straight in the eyes and say, you need to go back to first year law school. And for any lawyer, that is very outrageous and crazy for a judge to say. Because you're the most wet behind the ears and ignorant in the first year of college. You don't know your butt from a hole in the wall because you've been in college. Law school is a whole different ball of wax. So he told her she needs to go back to the first year. And I think the reason Carlie B came out with such a large judgment is because of the heinous way Tasha went after. It was just mean-spirited. It was no question that she did this, for vengeance or just out of being just evil. No other reason. That's why she threw care to the wind and said whatever she wanted to and stated it as facts. Trying to make people believe that she actually had herpes and all of these other things that was alleged by Tasha K. So the judge in this next ruling, which is going to be coming out pretty soon, whether or not Tasha K has to pay a bond, there's two prongs to that. You have to protect Carlie B, the winner of the lawsuit. The judgment was in her favor. And then you have to keep the status quo. Carlie B hasn't been paid yet. So we got to keep it that way. While you doing your, while we moving forward in this case to, stay of executions and writ of execution. So, in order to meet these two prongs, there is a mediator, a third party, which is the court. We're going to keep the status quo because Carlie still ain't going to be paid. We're going to keep the money. So Carlie B still wouldn't be paid. Okay? And then we also going to protect Carlie B from any further cost down the line, any further damages. We have to protect her. But we also have to keep the status quo. So in order for us to do both, the court is going to keep the money until all the appeals are exhausted. It could be years. So, what's the mitigating circumstance that is against Tasha K is that she's made moves, significant moves, to not pay this judgment. She's moved and put money in a foreign country, and she also have left the United States to move to Africa, and she's written out her house. Tasha K in no shape, form, or fashion is going to stay over in no Africa. Okay? So at some point, and from some of the posts she put up, she's not living in a lavish lifestyle that will be a barrier from her in the crime and the way of life of Africa. Like, she could just stay on her own island and just live the way she wants to. She's going to absorb the environment and the culture. Is she ready for that? No, she's not. Her kids ain't ready for that. And believe me, if she loves her kids like she says she do, she is not going to be somewhere without her kids. Especially in a foreign country. Okay. This is the last of it, right? Okay, I got 4 minutes. This is a good part where I thought was interesting. The two parties had to argue over the punitive damages, which is the aspect or portion of the money of the judgment. That was the $4 million. So, the judge gave Tasha K, lawyer Olga, and Carlie B's lawyer 20 minutes to argue why these punitive damages shouldn't be significant or absorbed by the defendant, Tasha K. And why it should and why it shouldn't. So I'm going to give you 20 minutes. You can take all of the 20 minutes or you can take portions of the 20 minutes, but you're only getting 20 minutes. Tasha K's lawyer got up there, Olga got up there and argued for 1 minute of the 20 minutes. Carlie B's lawyer got up there and took the full 20 minutes. And as a result of that, the jury came back with a $1 million punitive damage, which is an aspect of that $4 million that needs to be paid. The expectation, $200,000, $300,000, $500,000, but $1 million of punitive damages? That tells you the climate that they have against Tasha, the climate of the court, and which side they weigh in on. Yeah, that's the fact. We can safely say that, number one, she's going to lose these appeals. Now, the judgment might be brought down some, from $4 million to probably $1 million or $2 million or some half, if she stick with these appeals. And also, she's going to lose this stay of execution motion because she's taken steps already to avoid paying. So the judge is just like, say for example, in criminal court, a criminal might go over and run from the law and go over to a foreign country, and if there's no bond, the court can't ensure that he comes to court, because then they can put a warrant out for his arrest. Okay? You left the country. To secure that you're going to return to court, we're going to give you a significant bond. And usually that ends up with keeping you in the jail until you win this case or lose, till we know the outcome of the case. So that's the whole premises of the bond, to make sure Carlie B gets paid. We gotta take care of Carlie B. Judgment came down on her side. She shouldn't incur any other costs. We're going to keep the money. We're going to order you to pay a bond to secure she gets her money while you doing all this dancing in the court. She shouldn't be held accountable for that. And she shouldn't be penalized because you want to delay paying the rent. Paying the judgment. Okay, the rent. But paying the judgment. So hopefully you have a better understanding of what's going on, with these two parties. Carlie wants her money. She wants the writ of execution. She wants to be paid. Tasha K don't want to pay it until after the appellate court. However, she put her foot in her mouth by making steps to avoid paying altogether. So the judge gonna be like, look, we want all the money. So you won't put it all in a foreign bank. Okay? And so, guys, like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. We have 114 now subscribers. Yay! I'm happy. It seems like it's going up every day. Thank you, folks. Remember to like. We got a lot of likes, but we need more likes. We need our subscribers to return and keep coming back, giving us an opportunity to build this channel to something more significant. You know. Thank you, folks, and goodbye.